So, first to start off with, I checked out a couple of rescues. I looked at Blue Bonnet and I wasn't really too impressed with their descriptions of the horses, and also they were so far spread out, it was really hard to keep up with their organization on their website. But I have heard good things about the Blue Bonnet Rescue. I'm not trying to trash on them, but I wasn't too pleased with them. Also, I checked out Meadow Haven Horse Rescue, and I was a lot happier with them. They were really nice. The application process was quick, and they were very honest with me. So, of course, I did apply in April 2019. Now, initially, I was denied because of my age. I was 20 at the time when I applied, and the biggest concern was that they've had really bad experiences with young people coming and adopting their horses. That a lot of the time, when a person that's not in a super stable position adopts a horse, they end up back at the rescue or they end up in just a really bad place. And they told me quite a few horror stories when I went by to check everything out. But they did give me a second chance to redeem myself. So I drove nearly 3 hours away just to go talk to the owner of the rescue and her daughter. They walked me around. They talked to me about the different other horses that were available. I initially applied for a quarter horse mare named Penny. She turned out to have laminitis and she had been battling it for a while, and the prognosis wasn't looking great. And she had a bad eye that needed to be removed. So this poor mare had a lot going on. So the rescue decided to make her a permanent resident. And I was okay with that given the circumstances, and I at the time didn't know if I would be able to afford consistent treatment with the horse that needed an eye to be removed and with laminitis. Not that they can't heal from it, but just the fact that it can be a very long process, and once they typically get laminitis, it's so easy to get it again, and it tends to be reoccurring. So with my next option, I was interested in Doc. Doc was a black quarter horse gelding. He was estimated to be about 15 years old. I was a little concerned about his age because that's a really like old age to be starting a horse, and this is a horse that had no training. He had only been halter broke. Somebody had claimed that they were able to ride him, but the owner said that she had never seen it, so she wasn't sure how accurate that statement was. And it turned out that he was also super close with another horse, and they pretty much followed each other all over the pasture, and I saw that. And also, he really could have cared less if I was there or not. So that just kind of told me, well, I can't take on two horses, and I probably should just find a younger one because I'm gonna have to like start training completely over. So she started going over other options, and Bowen was in the same pasture, and he kept being kind of pushy, wanted attention, but he always followed us around. He was the first one to greet us when we walked in. So that was already saying something like, "Hey, pick me," like he obviously really wanted to find his person. And I really liked him. He's beautiful. He's got a beautiful mane and tail, as you see in the pictures. He's also really sweet. He's not He's very pushy, but he's not aggressive or anything of that nature. So I talked to the owner some more of the rescue, and she told me to really think about it, go home, sleep on it. But the whole ride home, like, we just knew that he was the horse that we wanted. So he's the one that we ended up going with, and I must say that I'm not disappointed. I absolutely love this horse so much. Now, at the rescue, he was a little bit on the skinny side, but mostly because, I mean, sharing hay with a bunch of horses, you're not going to get all the nutrition you need. But He was skinny, so it was hard to tell just exactly what his conformation was going to look like once he did gain weight. And so I wasn't too concerned about that. That's always things that come with time anyway. So months pass. Uh, let's see, September comes. He's finally on his way here to New Mexico. And he gets here. I'm super happy. The whole adoption process really wasn't that bad. There was a little mess up with the transportation shipping company. Equine Express did amazing now, but I think the contractor that I went through didn't do a very good job. He didn't communicate very well with Equine Express. As you see, I did post a picture of the trailer that Bowen was traveling in through his journey to New Mexico, and it is a beautiful trailer. On the inside, it was well put together, lots of shavings, plenty of hay, water. He he was in good hands, and I was not disappointed when he arrived. So all in all, the experience went pretty well. Now that I've had him for about a month, I must say that it is hard to train a horse with no training, but it's definitely worth the work. I am so happy with him. He is very sweet. He's loving. He tries so hard, and he's a really good boy. And I'm just very happy that I decided to adopt rather than to go buy a horse somewhere. Because at least with them, they had had him since he was like 2 or 3. They'd had him for quite a good amount of time. Now a little bit more about Bowen. He is a Azteca for sure. Based on his conformation, since he has gained weight, he is definitely not a quarter horse mix. We believed that he was when we were at the rescue, but given that he didn't have the proper weight on him, it was hard to tell. But now that he is up to a better weight, I can definitely tell that he does not have any quarter horse in him. He's 14.3 hands high. He's a weird color. I don't really know what color he is. When I first went to see him, he was a really dark liver chestnut. Now he kind of looks like a liver bay. I don't know. He's like all kinds of different colors. But nonetheless, I really don't regret it, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you.